There's a quote that's actually pretty often attributed to Mark Twain that says, if you don't like the weather in New England, just wait a minute. See, right now it's about 50 degrees and sunny. A little windy, not too bad. But starting tomorrow morning, we are looking at anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow here in beautiful New Hampshire. What that means is that I'm gonna have to take care of the snow that falls on that driveway. 4 inches, not the end of the world. As you can see behind me, Jackie and I both have four-wheel drive vehicles. If it's just 4 inches of snow, I wouldn't really be too worried about it. But if it's 8 inches of snow, not only do we have to be able to get in and out, but other people have to be able to get in and out, assuming there was a fire in the house, a medical emergency, something like that. We need people to be able to get up and down that driveway. And packages are coming up, it's Christmas time. I need to take care of it. The plan is going to be to do the maintenance that I need to do on the snowblower, which mounts on the front of our tractor. This thing lives out here through most of the summer, and it definitely can take the abuse, but it needs a little bit of love come fall time when we're ready to put it on the tractor. So today I'm gonna get the tractor out, I'm gonna do the maintenance we need to do on this, and I am going to put this on the tractor, and that's where it's gonna live until March, hopefully. But before I take the loader off the tractor, I wanna head down the driveway, I wanna get a whole bunch of wood chips, and I wanna dump them in this area right here. This was home base for our pig operation this year, and putting some wood chips down is gonna help as the winter goes on and those wood chips start to break down. It's gonna mitigate any funky smells that may come from this one particular area here. Because this was home base, this is where their food and water and one of their shelters was, this is the most stinky area. And being that it's right next to the driveway, I don't want that to smell like that. So let's get the tractor out and start moving some wood chips. I'm gonna get the mower deck taken off of the tractor. That way, when it comes time to hook up the snowblower, I can get underneath and hook up that mid-mount PTO. Plus, before I take off the front end loader, it's easier to get that mower deck out from under the tractor when I can lift the front wheels of the tractor off the ground with the loader. So we're gonna pull it into the garage to do that. All right, that wasn't so bad. I don't know if the camera got any of that because it kind of wigged out when I went to turn the recording off. Let's get the loader off now. You're lucky I love you guys. This thing is heavy as heck to lug all the way over here and put up on the tailgate. I could have just done this over there on the ground. Now, before we get to the snowblower itself, we gotta lube the K-Connect system. There's multiple grease fittings on this. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this alone that we need to grease before we can put it on the tractor. So the grease fittings you've got here, one at this U-joint, one on this shaft connector here, another one at this U-joint. You've got one on this carrier for the bearing here, and then you've got another one for this bearing at the back. Interestingly enough, this bearing up front with the Lovejoy connector on it doesn't have one. Those are the 5 grease points that we have on the K-Connect system. So I'm going to get the grease gun and we'll do that. I gotta tell you, this grease gun makes such short work of greasing the loader and the snowblower. I love this thing. I'll leave a link down in the description to it below. Once you get the K-Connect greased, you've got grease fittings on your mid-mount PTO shaft as well. 3 here, 1 at the slip yoke for the front, 1 at the front U-joint, and 1 at the back U-joint by the PTO coupler. This front one at the slip yoke, we're actually gonna wait to grease until we have it on the tractor. All right, now I'm gonna bring the tractor over here instead of bringing the K-Connect over there, and we'll get the K-Connect hooked up to the front of the tractor.
I got my green gloves.
There we go. All right, so now's the moment of truth. I'm gonna hook my flat face connectors, which are good and clean. And we're gonna come up to hydraulic couplings here. Last year, these leaked like crazy, the ones on this Ram specifically. And if they're still leaking, then in a couple weeks, this is all getting ripped out and it's all gonna get switched over to Pioneer couplers. You know, I cleaned everything up. It didn't leak all summer with the loader, so I'm hoping that it's just these, and that by giving them a good cleaning, I can fix that. think maybe we're good. Last year when it was leaking, let me turn it off. I think we might actually be good. Last year when it was leaking on the up-down circuit. You could see if you stopped and you put the snowblower up, it would leak its way down over a matter of minutes to the ground, which is not so much an issue in use, but when you were sitting there trying to work on it, like I was trying to put that pipe cutting edge on it, that was a big issue. That was a big problem. So it's not leaking now. I went up and stood on the K-Connect hitch and bounced up and down on it, hoping to get it to pop some fluid out, but it didn't do it at all. Except I did just realize I put them on backwards. White, white, yellow, yellow. Still no leaks, which is awesome. Let's get under this thing and hook up the mid-mount PTO shaft. All right, now let's go take a look at the grease points on the snowblower itself. So these are pretty straightforward. You've got one over here on this bearing. Got one on the shaft. You've got another one on the auger shaft. And you've got another one down there on that bearing. And then you've got one back here behind the gearbox on the back side. As the unit gets older, you will want to service those gearboxes both front and rear. There's an oil fill plug, an oil fill check, and a drain on each of them. I'm not going to do that this season because they don't need to be done. We haven't hit those hours yet on the piece of equipment, so I'm just going to do the grease for now. Oh, you mother... Well, that sucks. So that was the grease zerk on the back there. Broke off. So not the end of the world. Do need to fix it, but I don't have time to fix it today because the sun is setting. We got to go do family stuff and the storm's coming tomorrow. So it shouldn't make a big difference for one storm. I did get a bunch of grease in there before. It actually came off when I was taking the grease fitting off of it. So it should be all right. I'm going to pull the tractor up. We're going to get this thing picked up now. Yep.
How do you make that off? Because I got blood.
No, no blood. Blood.
Blood. I'm gonna come on too.
Only thing left to do now is I like to spray this down with silicone on the inside of it. Prevents any snow from caking up in there. It keeps ice down a little bit. Other than that, we're going to be ready to go for the snowstorm tomorrow, assuming it comes. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like the channel and you're not already subscribed, make sure to click that button down below and get subscribed. If you really like the channel and you want to support us on Patreon, there's going to be a link in the end screen. There'll also be a link down in the description. You can go. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.